Say the love I look, say the jacket my style, say the love I sound.
Across the World Wide Web, on your mobile devices, on social media platforms. This is Jambo Radio! www.jamboradio.co.uk. We are multilingual. We are conversational in the languages you best understand. We are Jambo Radio! Jambo Radio, inspiring transformation.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's another wonderful Monday morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're hitting us from. Well, it's another wonderful day, and it's still Jambo Radio. It's still Jambo Radio. How you doing today? How has it been today? How has your weekend been? How's your Monday going? Are you having a great time at work, or are you stressed, or there's some people right now who can just wait for the week to finish, and the week is just about started. So, are you in that shoe, or are you in the shoe of let's get the week on the way? Well, it's still Jambo Radio, and it's still that favorite time of the day, and it's still the program 3,000 miles, and we're just trying to get set up for a minute. Just give us a minute, please. Having some technical issues, please. Yeah. All right. Back to the show. It's over there. All right. I'm sorry for that little technical glitch. So it's still 3,000 miles, and it's still that time again where we discuss a whole lot of sensitive issues. We talk about things that are pressing, talk everything pressing and everything pressing. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to discuss and we're going to talk and we're going to have a good time, honestly. So today we'll try to touch something very simple. I know this topic is something that a lot of people do not want us to talk about. It's quite sensitive, but we are going to go there. We're going to go there because 3,000 miles is all about undiluted truths, talking about us immigrants, talking about issues and what affects us as human beings. So it's a spin-off from last week from the social media discussion we're having. I want to give us the premise of this discussion. A couple of days ago, I don't know if you guys heard in the news or you heard on social media, the outburst in Dublin, where the citizens were, the building was actually burnt down, and there's been uproar about not wanting immigrants in the society, not wanting immigrants among themselves. It's actually really sad. It's sad when we see things like that happening, such forms of discrimination happening. It's really very sad to see such things happen. But we're going to look at it holistically from two angles. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at it from the aspect of how natives should accept immigrants. One, then how immigrants should comport themselves. So, for those of you who don't know the story, let me give a little premise of what the story is all about. So, um, there's a man who's been in Ireland, been there, probably seeked asylum. It's a bit sketchy, but from the little research I did, seeked asylum, was in Ireland, got his right to stay and everything. Then applied for a family reunion to have his family who were back in Africa to join him in Dublin. Did the whole process. Everything went smooth. Family got their visas to come over. And apparently, on their way, one of the Gen Z's wannabe content creators, which social media has created, decided to make a content out of the journey, out of the trip from Africa, and how they're going to join up with their dad and everything. Made content about it. The whole family, I think it's a family of about 7. The journey from Africa, how they came in, and did the whole content about that and the family, and posted on social media. And apparently, people ask questions. I think it was posted on TikTok, and people ask questions. How did you guys get visas to join your dad and all? And it started spilling on social media. And apparently, the social media is a global village, like I said last week. Videos went viral. Residents of Dublin saw this video and they was bust. An outcry, riot, and a building was burnt. So it was burning or something. That's the whole story. That's the background story. I might be wrong on some areas, but I know that's some little research I did. That's the whole story. Even before now, before this outcry, there's been a whole lot of, you know, possibly cries about people uh, not wanting immigrants in society, not wanting, you know, things happen, not wanting a lot of people, immigrants have been a nuisance in society and everything. But this was one of those things that broke the calmest back, and it emanated from the social media. So right now, the submission on ground is number one. So we think it was a right move. How lately there's been cries about immigrants being a nuisance in European countries. I was speaking with a friend some days ago of a black person who was stabbed in Germany over a parking space. He's an immigrant who was stabbed. But that didn't mean that wouldn't make mainstream news. You understand that? But the thing is, firstly, immigrants are experiencing a whole lot of discriminations in the UK. Not only in the UK, in Europe, in Ireland, and everywhere. There's a lot of discriminations going on right now. Even though there's been feeling of equality, people have been championing, saying no to racism, if you feel you've been discriminated, report to the police and everything. But like I said, it's pretty systematic. I was speaking with someone, I was like, right now, the racism is quite more systematic than physical. Way back in the time of Martin Luther King, it was a physical thing where they say white black people you can go in here. Right. But right now, the reactions to certain things, the way we take reactions to certain things, it boils down to how you feel with the color of your skin. So right now, first of all, going back to the issue of Ireland, I tend to want to understand why people are angry with immigrants coming into a country. The bottom line is no country can survive without external inputs. Every great country you see today has inputs from external forces, from immigrants. Immigrants contribute a whole lot to society. A classic example is the UK today. Look at the NHS today. The NHS has a very large population of immigrants who are nurses, who are doctors, who are support workers, not just the NHS, aside the NHS, in the health sector in general, in care homes, in care, parastatals and everything. There's a whole lot bunch of immigrants who are rendering service to the betterment of the society. Because I see a lot of people who are saying, immigrants are nuisance to society, that this, that, committing crimes, the crime level is increasing because of immigrants. The bottom line is, whether immigrants or no immigrants, crime level will always be there. Because firstly, even with white people, there's crime. So there's no society that does not have crime. So when you look at it from a holistic perspective, the ratio of the ratio of what the contribution of immigrants in society to the ratio of nuisance in society, they cannot be quantified on a scale and say that they are balanced. Oh, Dimeji just joined it. Dimeji, you're looking on your black sheets. Are you on a
Let me go
mission?
back. Let me go back on it. First, let me apologize to everybody for me coming late. I was on transit in the bus, and my calculation was very wrong. The bus stops, those delays were not
Did you
calculated
have a
with
car?
my
You
my
shouldn't be
movement.
taking the bus right now. You have a car.
Yeah,
Try.
but where I went to, I was avoiding ticketing, all those
You're
kind of
afraid of
stuff. So
parking. You're afraid of parking tickets. You don't want to pay parking
I'm
ticket.
telling you,
Like that's
Baba.
the black man in you. It happened to me this morning. I was going somewhere. It was going to take me like 15 minutes to walk there from my house. And if you're driving there, parking ticket was going to cost me like £3.50. And I was like, that £3.50 could get me breakfast. So why pay for, and I wasn't going to spend more than 20 minutes in what I'm going to do. So I was like, why pay for a 1 hour ticket of £3.50 when I could just walk for 15 minutes and get myself a good cup of coffee and breakfast? So that's the black
Honestly,
man in
yeah,
you.
yeah, 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 it's very bad. It's even 46 pound, bro.
Oh, that's bad. So back to what we're discussing. So before you joined us, I was talking about the effect of social, what happened a few days back in Ireland, and how the wannabe content creator, the wannabe content creator who caused an issue for the family on one side, and how the treatment of immigrants, how there's outcry not to have immigrants in society because of the fact that there's a lot of outcry about immigrants being nuisance, constitution crime rates, and everything. But before you joined, I was talking about the NHS. I was like, looking at the NHS or the health sector in general, the contributions of immigrants cannot be overemphasized in that area because you see a whole lot of people who are nurses, doctors, healthcare support workers who are from other countries, from Nigeria, from Africa as a whole, from Asia, even from South America and the whole of Europe. And you see these contributions these immigrants are bringing to society, even with the influx of immigrants into the health sector in terms of the workforce. There's still complaints about the NHS being understaffed and everything. So my question is, what I was trying to come up with is, look, you're trying to say immigrants are nuisance, the crimes and everything. But the traditional settlers, I don't want to use the word, I just want to use the word traditional settlers, also commit crime. And even if you take out the immigrants from society, there's still going to be crime in society, irrespective. And even when you say immigrants are committing crime, on a scale, when you put the contributions, the positive contributions of immigrants to society, and let's say the negative contributions on a scale, the positivity outweighs the negativity by a mile.
Can I
So
come in now?
holding on to that is absurd, honestly. I see it as being absurd, honestly, I must say.
Okay. Thank you very much. I love the way you've balanced everything. I will do what you did. I'll start from the negative, then end on the positive. So what it's a two-way street. Okay. And it's either you go wrong or you go right. What has been obtainable so far is that most especially people from our country, I have to be blunt right now. The problems are not Ghanaians. Bro, we know it's in the shop, are not Namibians, are not Kenyans, are not Zimbabweans, no, are not Zambians. Nigerians have this. I wouldn't understand. Maybe because the society we come from has actually denied us of basic things that make us humans. That when we come to the part to this kind of some people when they come to this part of the world, they tend to act more out of the normal. You could imagine that lady who was about traveling. She has not even this is a road that she doesn't even know how it's going to be. She's flying on a route that is so uncertain, and the first thing that came to your mind was to pick up your phone and started giving details, explicit details. I still saw one yesterday about one woman that went to Canada with her children and she was crying. Making TikTok videos while you are crying is embarrassing. It's disgraceful. No matter how much you want to thank God, didn't even God say it that whatever you let your right hand do, don't let the left hand go? Called these Pharisees hypocrites that they pray lofty prayers. So how much your appreciation online can't you correlate with what the Pharisees are doing? That's stupidity. That is not you appreciating God. That is you trying to express whatever you think you want to express to people that you want to send message to. Now look at that lady. I live in Northern Ireland, so I'm talking even I'm talking from the direct, from the direct eyewitness of what we are feeling, the heat we're feeling. Yeah, these people are peaceful and all, but you can't throw things to people's faces and go online and make it look as if when everybody globally they are experiencing hike prices and things, they don't understand the reality you came from. These people, they don't understand your poverty, they don't understand your lack, they don't understand your predicament, they don't understand your reality. So it's like you came here and what they perceive, they are the owners of this land, is encroachment. The least you can do is to shut up. Shut up, because we know what you cannot tolerate in your land. Okay, you and I know that the saying that, oh, Nigerians are best friends abroad, but when they go back home, they start separating wheat from tares. Oh, okay, no be Benin, okay, no be Yoruba, the meji na so na Yoruba na no wonder. Baron na Igbo, no wonder. What you cannot tolerate. I was telling one guy here, I said, I'm going to ask you a question. Can you go to the most remote place in Nigeria and go and settle and feel so confident as an Egyptian, or even I don't even go too far, as a Yoruba man or as an Igbo man? Can you come to the deepest part of some areas in Nigeria, go settle, and you believe that nothing can actually happen to you? Can I even go to Benin as I am right now and go and contest for whatever I want to contest for and win as an election? So we can give these people some certain credit they deserve. Honestly, it's a two-way street, and I'm still coming to the positive side. It's just disgraceful. Bro, when they travel, when are they travel? Why you no pick up phone and the first thing will come to your mind like TikTok? We are going to an uncertain land. We don't even know. Wait with all they concentrate on and say, Baba, I beg help me, favor me in this land. Even now, we be say it be like say it don't even soft small for us. Our eyes still they open because we they look forward. Why we did? I'm sorry to speak pidgin. Why are we doing all these things like we are trying to also educate our people, come online, air our voice and opinion? We could actually pick the comfort zone and throw almost all our virtues out of the window because we've seen a little comfort. But because we've widened our scope, our horizon, we've seen beyond our nose. Why? Why must you pick up your phone? Not because you want. Look at that MD Tiamiu too. That MD Tiamiu. Right from plane. Now that guy don't they do video, don't they talk, say this in case you want to go and urinate in the plane, your toilet, you just go to what kind of nonsense? Like who are even your followers? Who they follow you? What kind of people listen to stupid people like you that all you do is tell them? Because I can tell that they're just as naive and impoverished in mind, not lack of resources right now, impoverished in mind as you. What kind of people are you trying to educate when you are trying to tell them the toilet, you just go straight and there's a small cubicle? What's rubbish? It was that consistent foolishness, consistent madness, consistent rubbish that led him to what led him to. Sold us out. He was about to even sell us out, and he was posting that, Mama, I made it, all because BBC won't feature you. So the first time you go, you appear in mainstream media is to sell your people short at the expense of what? And these are what people are doing. The lady I saw on TikTok yesterday, my wife was showing me, it's just irritating. She was crying. They wore one shirt. I don't know if their family member died. I don't even know. They all wore one shirt, money one person. They went to Canada. The woman just they cry for all way. Even the whites, when they pass, when they notice that they do video, they were dodging the camera. They were looking at the woman strangely. Now, why is she crying? What's that? That's madness. So that I started on the wrong note. I'm sorry, on the negative side. I didn't start on the wrong note. I'm not
Negative,
wrong.
yeah.
On the negative side. Now let's move to the positive. Look, people drive the economy. Every developed nation needs people to drive their economy. Now, this is the way economy run. And I'm going to use the UAE as an example for you. The UAE has done what I believe an African state should start doing. UAE made every member of their country, Dubai for an example, to be part of the wealth of the land. So, as such, you as a foreigner now, you are the one that will come to Dubai to come and do the menial jobs. So, an Arabian now, their ego has been raised so high that they know that there are some jobs that are not meant for them. You can see in the conversation of the aspiring president Trump saying they were arguing on black jobs. Is that not insulting? Mainstream media, and no one can do anything about that. They were saying, yeah, it was the Hispania or whatever that are taking black jobs. Imagine there is a category. So taking it from that mindset of black jobs mentality, there is a kind that there are some kind of job that you will not find their people doing. So it is this, and because they are the one. Okay, how do you think the 7-star hotel, the 7 luxury stars hotel will run? If you don't have chauffeur, you don't have people room services, they won't train you to come and be cocktail, all those things, the people who hold cocktails and all those kind of stuff. They don't want you to they don't want you to rise to the top cadre, but they need their system to be running. So at that lower cadre, who do you think are running those menial jobs to make the economy survive? But the opposite is what is going on here. There is opportunity here, is fatal, but our people are not wise enough to see it. Now,
Dimeji, let me
one of
let me
those
let me jump in there. Let me quickly jump
okay,
in there and contribute to this before you go on. You made a good
all right.
statement, and the truth is, the UK as a whole gives more opportunity for progress than even the Asian countries, the Middle East.
You're not lying, bro.
When
You're
you
not
said that,
lying.
I have an uncle who's he's been in Qatar for probably, I would say, for over 12 to over 15 years now. I think he's been in Qatar since over 15 years. Yeah, should be like maybe 2009 or so. 2009 should be, or roughly 15 years, I guess. He's been there since 2009, and this is 2024. If he was in the UK by now,
He would have
he
been
would
a
have been
citizen. He
a
would have
British citizen.
he would have access to what
He
the
would have
citizens have.
he would have equal rights to what
You
people who
understand?
were born in the UK are having right now. After
God will
so
bless.
number of
God will bless you with all these things you are saying. Why? Because I hate
but
when people argue
he's he
blindly.
yeah, but he's been in Qatar and he didn't go there as a student. He went there as an expatriate to work in an
He
oil
will
servicing.
keep renewing his visa. I don't, my older
So
brother
he's
went to
been
Dubai.
there,
My
keep
best friend
renewing
went to Dubai.
visas, and right now he called me recently to tell me he wants to move. He wants to actually see if he can move to the UK or Canada because he's been here for so, and there are no benefits. He pays so much on fees, on school fees. He's been paying so much on school fees from primary school to secondary school to university level for all this long. But people come to the UK, you have free school, primary, secondary school. You don't pay a dime, irrespective of your status. That's a plus already.
Let me chip this in. Let me chip this.
That's a
There's a
plus already.
madness. There is a madness going on in some people's mind. And the madness is this, that you have traveled to a society like this. You throw some virtues out of the window, like respect, like humility, like hard work, like and the one annoying thing is they believe that this place, to some certain degree, makes them equal even to the world billionaires. And they act it.
Yeah,
And I think that is the effrontery they have. Well, that's the effrontery they have. Why they think they can talk to people now, they can post, they can, because I told someone also, I said, look, do you know say the same UK way we did now in DJ Kupi day so. But she, I go ask you another question. She now the same UK we did. I repeat them, she now the same
that's a
UK
good
we
question.
did. Because in Papa buy £3 million house for him. Look, you there, you did struggle for shift. Open your brain till you meet people like DJ Kupi, where you go just use your attitude. They feel like say we got a day, not today, we not today. Now this attitude you go use miss some of your opportunities. And these are social conversation we are having here. We have to be real. What Ghana? No be Ghana we pursue from our land. You got these people. To be honest, these people are they are to me they are civilized to a larger extent than us. When it comes to acceptance, social acceptance, when it comes to at least making people live in their land and the social acceptance. Baba, when the Gaza issue happen, you know see Palestinian protest for their own land. Oh, that one na another conversation for another day because I don't want even enter that one because it be like say everybody they argue, but you know one thing wey they never do. Say make na go argue for your land. You know, these are very crazy things that we don't tell ourselves the truth. We don't look ourselves in the mirror of the truth. We just try to think, what about the land you guys are using to argue? But that's another talk.
The
Now
bottom line
let's
is,
come back
see,
to
the bottom line, the bottom line I see here is, see the thing, because like they will always say, we're having a conversation on another platform today. They will talk about when there is a fake, there is a real.
there's an
There will always
original.
be two
Yes,
sides to every coin. So for the fact that, well, me, I judge from a larger percentage. Have I been discriminated before in society? Of course, yes. Have
was it
white
only
people
here you were
treated me bad?
discriminated?
Of course, yes. But
Was it
have
only here
black
you
people
were
also treated me bad? Yes, they have to.
definitely yes. Definitely yes.
So everybody, you have been treated bad in your own, in different ways. But at the end of the day, white people are this, white people are that, they are not treating us fair. But the bottom line is the larger percentage of, okay, you've met like, let's take a census. You met like 100 white people. You've interfaced with them. How many have been bad to you? How many have been good to you? You cannot tell me say you can't say the larger percentage have been bad to you.
There's even a social cultural thing amongst them that even their sentiment is not meant to be aired openly to some
Yes.
certain extent. You know what I mean. Even when you discuss them or they don't, but they are not meant to display it. It's like there's a law that does not permit them, does not support it. There's an atmosphere that does not support it. Do we have such atmosphere back at home?
I don't know. We don't.
Now, good. Let's make we even leave that aside because what we are doing is no comparison. What we are doing is having a conversation here. This TikTok, this urge for you to come online, the opportunities you benefited from, for you to come online to destroy such opportunities so that people will not. Indians are even, they are more than us here, but these guys are keeping quiet. Indians know how to keep quiet so that I dey tell you, say nobody they run this country past India. Nobody. You go see Indians don't even they go pack their family enter Pakistan. They don't they do this thing tete now. Okay. They don't they run this thing. But I don't understand why we are so lousy. Everybody wants to be an online celebrity. We want to make money on TikTok. We want to be vlogger. Everybody wants to post. Everybody wants to. I don't understand.
The
Before
problem
you
I
know
see
it now,
there, Imeji,
one person will see and all these things. To, to be honest, all these things, it is now making us now. Okay, you went to Santorini, right? You went to Greece. I saw. Why didn't you make vlog from the very time you were at the airport? Yeah, we are going to Santorini. Blah 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 blah. Why? There is a
Do
psyche
you know my
about that
funny
restricted
enough?
you.
This conversation? My missus asked me some days ago. She was going through my Instagram because basically 80% of my social posts are on Instagram. Then when it comes to work issues, I post on my LinkedIn. So those are like the two major platforms I'm really very active. I'm on all other platforms, but I'm just good at to observe. So my missus, she was going through my Instagram, my reels and everything. And she was like, didn't see any, I've not seen any post or any reel on our trip. We went to Greece recently. I was like, I just don't feel like doing it because the problem I see there is there's so much naivety and so much pressure to feel. Nigerians as a whole, we always want to feel trendy, like we know what's in vogue. And there's this shift. This I'll say we are too impressionable. We are quick to shift a particular trend and everybody wants to jump on that train, not thinking about the consequences of what I'm doing. Right now, the in thing in Nigeria is content. So everybody wants to make content out of anything, not thinking about this content I want to make. What at what expense will this be to me?
Will it be?
Will it just give
That's
me
what.
the 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 2 minutes of fame and
And
then
you,
affect me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have a lot to say within this short space of time. The funny thing is, I'm seeing aged people also buying into this foolishness, displaying malady on TikTok. I'm seeing people that I won't collect my bros back from them. I won't collect my auntie back from them. And they see them, they do rubbish. To me, I ask myself. So now, I now understood the mechanism of what is called mental colonization and the need for us to have a mental exodus. You see, you can actually put people in an enabling environment, a thriving environment, and all they want is just to appreciate the aesthetics. Whereas there are some people wired like us that we actually want to know the engineering, how they made this thing work, and we want to be part of replicating it or part of the system that is making it work. So our thoughts level are very different. It was the other day that I followed my uncle. We went to meet Dr. Tunde Bakari, who was supposed to be our vice president, right? We contested with the ex-president Buhari 2 times, if you know. So we were
Yeah.
there. We didn't even know this man had CCTV. We were more than 15 people that came to to see him. So they came around and told us that, okay, pastor will see everybody, don't worry, but lunch is available. It's a buffet and everybody should go and eat. Innocently, I wanted to start. My uncle said, never, I should not go and eat. I was like, now, pastor, now, I said, pastor, one poison. He said, are you stupid? You came for we came for something, an
How the
agenda.
food carry
Then
the
they use
point now?
food. They just say, sit down. Everybody left the hall. Everybody will come say, pastor. These people came back again and tell us that don't worry. The pastor is just meeting some officials. So that is good to see everybody, but that is just the normal thing here. They came to persuade us with cool words that we should come and eat. Our uncle said that no, no, that we once we see pastor, we also have places we want to touch down and all. Could you believe we are the first person the man of God saw? And the statement he made, he said, anybody wey come see am, when he talk say make him chop, wey no chop, he know say that person serious. Wetin come from serious. So now I go first see. Make those ones dey chop.
Imagine. Do you
Now,
know what this
bro,
thing reminded me of? I tell you, might jump in. Do you know what this thing reminded me of? It's reminded a comical story my dad told me way back. He said one man go find wife. He reach where they want give am wife. I will say it in pidgin. They funny.
yeah.
Don't worry, I will interpret in English. He go find wife. He reach where they want give am wife. As he reach where they want give am wife, he not talk with the car come. They offer am food. He dey chop. Yeah, he dey chop. Another man come for a present. They do transaction, collect wife, comot. He don't chop finish. They say, okay, wetin carry you come? He say, my wife I find. When I say, bros, they don't carry wife go where you dey chop. So
Now put
it's just so funny that people don't tend to know what you are after and forget about the razzmatazz. Talking about appreciation before I let you jump, there's nobody who left Nigeria, came to the UK, and was not wild for the first time. There's no
Definitely.
human being who wasn't wild with the way things are done, with the way systems work and everything. We have all been wild, but we didn't use that thing to now start doing content every single minute. You
K,
walk to where
K,
there's
this
an
is me.
electric charging car, and you're like, "Wow,
K,
Obo, I just charged my
K,
car electric. I just
I beg, this is about you. I dey tell you, say nobody now fit do vlog. Wey be say I believe say e go top when him use money reach you. If no be you, you go dey top 5. Why? Because K, wetin those vloggers dey do? Imagine say you carry camera, you dey give us details now how to handle camera, shooting Champions League. K, we can't do that kind of vlog, even though it's positive. Oh, I don't know why you didn't decide not to do it, but it is a positive thing. But can you see what I'm talking about? The mentality you have that access,
yeah.
but you are not feeling the need to divert all your energy towards. I don't know what is going on in your mind. Honestly, I don't know, but I want to believe that the pedestal of your thought is on a different terrain. Apparently, what you are seeing has actually changed your psyche. I dey see the way they only post project in back pay. Maybe
Should
your
I
focus and your psyche don't change. But you know, see the urge to just
okay?
talk, say you
Should
can't
I
dey use
jump?
am to
Should
your
I
flex.
jump? Should I jump in there?
Please jump
Should
in,
I jump in?
please.
Do you know what's on my mind? The top guys who've been covering Champions League finals and everything. Do you know them?
No.
The top directors who've been because every game they have the top directors. Do you know them? People
No.
don't know them. A lot of people don't know them. They only know the footballers. They don't know those who work behind the scene. Most of us who know them by virtue of we have met them, we connected to them on LinkedIn, and we are seeing what they're doing on LinkedIn. So there's I'm not saying those things are bad though. Making content is good. You can make content for a living, make money. But when you're making content, you have to think about the fact that right now, the sensitivity in society is, especially the society you are in now, there's so much sensitivity. It's really high. Let me give you an example. I went to cover a tournament, rugby under 20s tournament. They had this big rugby under 20s, was a championship, had countries and everything. So we had a pass. They give you a pass. I had mine. So innocently, I didn't even read the pass. I didn't read anything about the pass. I just had my pass. So I did a post on LinkedIn and I displayed the pass. It was part of the pictures I posted. It wasn't up to 10 minutes. The producer on that program, on who was producing the tournament, one of the producers, called me on phone. He said, please, could you take down your post? I was like, any problem? I was like, no, when you take it down, I'll let you know. He said, when you take it down, read that, read the pass you have. I took the whole stuff down. I read the pass. And I saw on the pass, it said, do not display this pass on any social media platform.
Imagine. It
It
was even
was
nice.
it was written in small print. So I was a little bit careless on that. I didn't look at that. But you see a lot of why I'm relating this to a lot of us who do content. You don't just think about what we do, you just go out, you are filming, you are posting, nobody's telling you not to do your content. But
K, K.
you are giving us, and this the problem with TikTok is things can go viral quickly. The
Definitely.
social
K, K.
media can make you or mar you.
Let's be honest now. Okay, let's be honest now. What you said now, many people has lost job on it. I've had cases of them in London. But let's move away from that. Let's talk about the human to human interaction. Let's pretend as if we are not married now. But we are this kind of person, this caliber, this mindset. What kind of woman would you prefer to have over dinner? Okay, you took her to a very nice restaurant. Food is all set and all. You are in your tuxedo, impressive tuxedo and your look. As she came, you took out the seat for her. She sat down. You guys want to have conversation, and the first thing she did was to say, "I'm sorry, I have a personal vlog. I do a food vlog," and she was saying, "Oh, this is interesting. This restaurant." She was doing all that. Will you feel embarrassed or not? Will you
Honestly,
deep
I
down?
will feel very embarrassed.
And that is exactly how Nigerians should understand that the intellectuals, people with iPad, are feeling so embarrassed
I'm
about the
feeling very
madness they are
embarrassed.
doing online. That's
See
how
the
we
case. I don't
feel.
know. I don't know if you read. I don't know if you read the story on social media of one of a
You know,
drug
if you see
dealer who
my
was
picture
caught.
where I did inside any plane online, I bet them. You
See,
know, if you see my
do
picture,
you
and I
know?
don't dey travel since how many years?
Do you know? Do you know? I have so many. Sometimes my wife take my phone. She sees shit tons of pictures, and she asks me, "So you have this picture?
Why you no
So you have
post
a
them?
picture like this? Why did you?" I'm like, "It's in my phone. It's in my memory. I don't see that. I don't see the need to share this memory with the world. It's my own personal memory." That's what I was saying. There was a drug dealer who was caught recently. I don't know if he's in Eastern Europe or in I think it's Eastern Europe or Southern America. How was he caught? His wife. They've been looking for this guy for years. How did they catch him? His wife. Because when they go on vacation, his wife is always posting, and you're posting your vacation, posting with your location. And that was how they caught up with him. That was how.
Imagine.
So the thing is, the problem we have is the problem we have as Nigerians is we do not know limits. We do not understand limits. That's a totally different. That is an alien thing to Nigerians when it comes to limits. If Nigerians we don't enter something, if the thing ever scatter huge ground, like you said,
Look, I
Pakistanis, Asians, Indians, they've been coming. They are a lot more than Africans in this country.
Baba, you know the most, no more the annoying thing again, election. Oh. Election, and they see them for TikTok. Say I've done, I've did my civic rights. I've like, bro, imagine say just the scenario where I create for you. Say you did with babe. Imagine say you go vote, JJ. You can't see other white people. They look that kind of black person. They do like, Baba. Why we dey like this? Then cause us. Why
And, and,
una
it's,
dey
and it's
like
going to be
this? These
stressful.
people, why una dey like this?
And there's a saying when you go to Rome, the problem is when you are in
You
Rome,
be like Romans.
behave like Romans. Nobody, see, you see that statement, behave like, eh? I was having a conversation with someone one day. I was like, no, I cannot forget my cultural heritage, blah, 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 blah. And I told him one word. I said, look at that statement properly. He said, when you are in Rome, behave like. He said, don't, he did not say be a Roman.
Be like, or yeah,
For example,
behave like.
you are in a bus, you are coming down from a train. You see everybody, white people, they're all queuing out of a train. Common sense will tell you, let me join this queue. You know, in Nigeria, your rational way would be to jump out, find your way first to get out
Mhm,
of the train.
mhm.
But you see folks lining up. Behaving like them is to use your intellectual sense to line up with them. You're going
Bro,
somewhere, you see everybody following a particular route, which is you follow them out of common
I say,
sense.
bro, I beg no vex. This thing reach work. So they said free lunch. Free lunch. I don't know whether so. God. Okay. This is a very embarrassing. Oh. Free lunch. I don't know whether
If don't talk
some
about
people
that free
go
lunch, you see
come
the issue of that free lunch. I've gone to places where they say this is
to the
lunch,
extent they
but
cancel the
Nigerians are
to
see.
the to,
I've
to the
gone
extent that they
for
cancel to the extent that they cancel the free lunch, that there's no
because of
like,
Nigerians.
bro,
You know,
I'm telling
I
you,
went for a
bro,
buffet.
waiting happen. Why?
I go to buffets. You know, I go to all these Indian buffets where you pay and it's each as much as you want. You know, I was in a buffet once. I went for a buffet, me and my friends, and I saw an African. That person should be in Nigeria. They were having buffet. He come with big plates. So he come with big plate too. As they chop, you go serve, you go push am for inside the plate, go lock am, go keep am under chair. Na so as in it was just so. I say, imagine a white person seeing this. They go back home. They will definitely have a conversation with their partner. See what I saw. So conversations will emanate into conversations, and the problem with human beings is there's the problem of hasty generalization. It's a problem in society where people tend to generalize with a few episodes they have. That's why
Yeah.
tomorrow they will tell you Yoruba men like to marry many wives. Yoruba people they are heartbreakers. It's a few people who have
Because they,
experienced this thing have come up with this theory. So
yeah.
white people also are coming up with theories about immigrants, about black
Us.
people from experiences they have. And these theories, whether you like it or not, they are part of society. Whether they are hasty generalization or what, They are infusing into mainstream society. So these are things we need to understand as
See,
individuals.
social media, as good as it is, I think is going to be the undoing of many. And social media versus reality, I have seen social media exaggerate. In fact, social media is in the business of exaggeration. Um, um, what is it called? Illusion, selling illusion, perception, and for you, we no get self-esteem, it go intimidate you.
Of
That's what
course,
social media
of
will do.
course.
But I have seen, because I have seen people who they cannot even hold logical conversation. But when you place their Instagram to their reality, you'll be so disappointed. According to their Instagram, they should be equating with the Queen of England, with but when you sit with them, you will almost want to puke at
That's a
at the
classical
gutter,
example of
at
what
the
I
at,
ordered versus
at
what I got.
yes, at the water, at the gutter that is coming out of their mouth. And you just wonder what kind of generation is this. I've decided. I've decided. That's the reason why we are doing this, and also we are using our personal space to push positive things. I've just decided that I'm not in the urge to give people update about my life. I don't need to go to a place and snap that I'm eating food. You shall know say I'm alive. I never die. And person wey dey alive dey chop every day. I don't
You
need to
see the
feed you
problem. The
what I'm
problem is
wearing.
the problem is the
I don't
problem
need
is
it.
having is the public validation. People tend to get public validation from social media. I'm not telling you not to celebrate your wins because somebody say we must celebrate wins. Celebrate your wins. You do any you celebrate your wins. It's on you. But there are ways to go about it. You buy. I had a friend who bought a car here in the UK. Bought a car. Posted the first day he bought a car. People sent congratulations. For the next 1 week, every post was about him driving the car. About him. First of all, you are in the UK. You are driving your car. You are reversing your car, and one hand is holding your phone. First of all, that's an offense.
Offense. Oh.
The moment police catch you, you go say your village people don't reach out to you, enemies. But you are the ones that you carry your own hand. Because first of all, why would you be driving and have a phone in one hand? It's an offense. But all because you want to show off on social media that you bought a car. So they should see you driving the car so they will know it's really your car.
So, finally for me, I met a man at a place of work one day, and he was quiet. Like he was quiet to a fault, but I was not even paying attention to his quietness. To God who made me, I was just doing my business and all. Then he was watching how I was conversing. Then he called me because I will use the word please, thank you, and I'm very good with words. I'll be throwing some little jokes around you. You know, more like when you come, I'm very, you know me now. If you just come and say me talk, say, how was your day yesterday? Say, okay, I survived, I'm alive. You know, those kind of little, and people just laugh. Were you expecting to go? Say, no, the devil's a liar. No, or why? Did you get some sleep? I say, no sleep for the weekend. You know, those kind of. And the guy was just watching, and he called me and he said, I noticed that you are very educated. That I know, like you are very, very educated. Just keep it up. That guy no ask me school where I go. And I've started learning how their right wings are doing. Now, in the society, do you know you can actually detect their rich people, but you have to pay extra attention. You
Of
won't
course.
dictate the way we dictate for Nigerians. They no go wear shining things because they also want to enjoy the environment, the community, but in get way where you go detect them. I'm telling you honestly, but you have to be paying extra attention.
See, do you know what
Billionaires
you're
know they
going
hide though.
do you know what you're going to do on that? You are going to do a crash course on how to detect a billionaire in the UK. That'll be a crash course. Or
No
you want to
let all
open a
these
YouTube
vloggers
channel.
come go use am. They go publicize. If you want to detect a they go do am as vlog again. This one go come go hide under the old again. We no go come detect them again. No.
Yes, bro.
But you know,
Thank
but
you.
you know what I mean now.
I want to say, yeah. I want to say big shout out to everybody who's joining to listen to producers, to Samson, to Baron, to George, and everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. The time is also short. This is where we draw the curtain for today. I know you've had fun listening out to the conversations, and very soon we're opening the lines and we'll have external. At the time where we'll have to extend the time, we'll have external contributions. But from myself, from the Meiji, and from the whole team of 3,000 Miles, I want to say a big shout out to you. Thank you very much, and have a great week. And we will see you next week, Monday. Cheers and bye bye.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
Unataka kuwa na tabia ya vyombo vya habari? Hakuna shida. Je, ulitaka kuwa na sauti na maoni yako kusikilizwa na watazamaji? Hakuna shida.